Did a little, so, I let my guard down. And, let my guard down. And, yeah, that squirrel fund I mentioned. All those sweets that I've been saving. Turned around and bit me in the fucking ass. So, I think I told you the other day, I said I would reward myself for achieving 165. And what better way to do so than achieve 175? No. We're good. We're okay. Long story short, we have been on a little bit of a binge, both today and Saturday. Eating, to be honest, I couldn't even tell you how many calories above our goal, but it's okay. It's alright. It's okay. I'm not gonna lie, immediately my brain went 3-day fast, 13-mile run. You gotta punish yourself. But that just doesn't do me any good. Sure, maybe I'd wake up tomorrow at 165. And also, there's not a lot of point in making myself miserable for a mistake, for giving in to temptation. Yes, it was weakness. Yes, it should not be rewarded by any means. Like, it's not a trait and a habit that I want to allow myself to do. But it's like, it happened. Running 13 miles isn't gonna make it not have happened, right? So, instead, we're just gonna hop back on, get back to the way it was, and move on from there. Take the healthy and mature route instead of the self-destructive and miserable route. Old me would have been like, ah! I had so much food! Oh! What the shit? You know how much of a blessing it is to be able to overindulge, to eat that much food? There's some people who don't even get that opportunity. You could walk up to them and be like, hey, have you ever just like ate so much food that you're worried about how much you're gonna weigh tomorrow? There's some people gonna be like, they're gonna look at you like you're nuts, like you're a bajillionaire. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. So, even in your moments, even in your mistakes, in your moments of self-pity and misery, remember that your miserable moments are someone else's dreams. They wish that that was their miserable moment. They wish that they were in your current position that you have deemed horrid, horrible. It's not that deep. Not that deep. It's just not. Be grateful even in the times of quote-unquote misery. I guess in this scenario, it's self-inflicted misery. Okay. For the rest of our day, we are going to go on a run, though. And that's going to be my leg day. So, going to walk right now, do a little bit of YouTube work. Then we're going to go for a run with Mr. Martin, who's sleeping. Oh. Hold on. Look at my beautiful boy. Look at my little angel. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, my little baby. Oh, look at that tail. Look at that tail. Look at that. Oh. Is he so cute? My baby. Oh, my baby. Oh, my baby. Ah. Ain't he so cute? He's just an angel. So I'm gonna go on the treadmill for a little bit and do some YouTube work, and then excuse me. Then we're gonna go with this little guy for a run. Oh, he's so cute. And yeah. And tomorrow we're just gonna go back and remember what happened and what took place to kind of make us steer off. Essentially, where I went wrong was I justified a reward that didn't exactly align with my goals. And thinking back, should have picked a sweet treat or something that still aligned within my calories. Because the moment I put my goal and the thing I was striving to the side and said, it's just this once, downhill, just everything I could get my hands on. It was bad. It was bad. And I just justified it all. Rationalizations and justifications allowed me to weigh in at 171. A day later, a day after, weighing in at 165. Realistically, I didn't actually eat 6 pounds worth of food. But, no. So that is where we went wrong. That is on me. I mean, realistically, you don't need a cheat meal. And I know that. I just allowed that rationalization, that thought. I sold myself on the idea. There's a saying that I love, and it's something along the lines of your internal self is the one salesman who could sell you suicide. A little dark, but the context of it is, at the end of the day, the little guy inside can sell you your greatest fears and make you think it's a good idea. That's why so many people, that's why almost everyone does stuff they regret. Because there's a little salesman inside telling them it's a good idea, and it convinces them, and it pushes just the right buttons to sell you the exact thing that you know you don't even want to do. So remember, try to identify that salesman, because he comes up, he pretends he's your buddy, pretends it's you, and then he'll convince you, and he'll sell you something that you didn't want to you didn't even want to buy. He'll sell you a car with 100% APR on it, interest rates through the roof, crash your credit score. He doesn't care. He's got paid, and you paid him. You signed the deals. So read that fine print. Think about it. I didn't think about it. The salesman sold me a good idea. Hey, you should get this food. No, I don't know. I don't want a cheeseburger club. That's too many calories. All right, go with the turkey club. You save calories because it's turkey instead of beef. That's a pretty good idea, Mr. Salesman. But what about the French fries? You can take it one time. It's just one meal. Well, how bad could it be? But I didn't read the fucking fine print. And when I gave in, all that fine print said, oh, you'll also pay an interest of binging. And binge we did. But instead of wallowing in my own self-misery and hating myself, the next logical steps from here is not to go for a 13-mile run and kill myself. It is not to starve myself for the next 3 days. It's just to hop back on to what I was doing that was working. And that's not as self-destructive, not as impactful on my central nervous system. It doesn't stress my body out and make me go down a downward spiral of despair. Part of me, there's a little voice in my head when I thought about this option saying, oh, that's the pussy way out. You gotta be a hard ass. Fuck you. Not you. The guy. That's not true. That's not true. I didn't set out to go for a 13-mile run today. If I had planned in my day, oh, today you're going for a 13-mile run, that's a whole different story. Because when it comes time, if you had planned something out, if you said today, this is going to happen, you don't do it, well, that's breaking your trust with yourself. And that is self-destructive. However, there's also that part of us who's kind of like a debt collector of sorts. And he says, today you got to pay for what you've done. It's like a judge, jury, and executioner who's like, oh, you messed up. Now you gotta, and here's the consequences. I already got the consequences. The consequences is now I gotta push out my achievement of my goal even further. That is the consequences. Don't punish yourself for making a mistake, okay? Mistakes happen. It is what it is. But by punishing yourself, you're going to create this negative association with mistakes. Mistakes are okay. They're going to happen. You're going to fuck up. You're going to fail. It is all right. It is all right. Because a win for me is, although I did binge today, and I did binge 2 days ago, I didn't binge yesterday. And if I act in accordance with I know who I am, if I act in accordance with that person that I know I am, I'll be fine. Because I know how to do this. I've done it many times before. In fact, this time will be probably my shortest binge. I remember I've binged for weeks. I've binged for months. Just dogging. I remember, in like 2 weeks, when I went on vacation, I gained like 20 pounds. It was bad. It was bad. Realistically, maybe I gained a pound. Maybe I gained 2 pounds. But it's okay. It is okay. Because we'll make adjustments to the meal plan this week. Maybe do a little more fitness focused this week and get ourselves back on track. But try not to create a negative association with mistakes, failures, slip-ups. Because it's okay. Yes, avoid the ones that are avoidable. Because a lot of them are. A lot of the times we see the hole, and yet we still choose to trip in it. That's when being smart and being hard on yourself is important. But it's all about being able to identify when to be hard on yourself and when to be graceful. There is a little bit of hardship and being hard on myself that I needed to do. Like, let's be honest. It wasn't once. It wasn't like the first couple of times. I can be graceful with myself. I caught myself the last time before I did it again, but like there was a lot of slip ups in that one big slip up where I could have caught myself at any moment. But I'm gonna appreciate the fact that I caught myself at the last one. Now, I'm gonna focus on this, get some more YouTube stuff done, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Mwah, peace, love you. All right. Well, I got some motivational energy in me. For those of you who come to this channel for a bit of motivational wisdom, here you are. Today is the youngest that you'll ever be again. Today, you have the most energy and willpower you will ever have for the rest of your life, no matter how long it is. Today, you have the most energy, you have the most willpower, you have the most motivation, the most drive, and the best chance to achieve whatever it is you're setting out for. Understand that there is urgency that is required to achieve the things that you want. Nothing is easy. Everything will get harder though. So, it's either you start today and give yourself a better chance, a better opportunity, or, quite frankly, you never start at all. A quote that I've been meaning to put on my wall so I can look at every single fucking day and every time that I feel like giving up or I don't feel like starting. This is mainly for you procrastination motherfuckers. Don't worry, I'm one of you. If not now, never. If not today, probably not tomorrow. Understand that if you don't feel like it today, there is no guarantee that you will feel like it tomorrow. So despite your emotions, despite how you feel, get it done. Because taking a bet that tomorrow you'll feel more like it than you do today is a sure way to guarantee you will never achieve anything that you want in this life. And you only get one. Every single day, you have an opportunity to change. Today, you are someone. Tomorrow, you can be someone else. But today, yesterday, and tomorrow are all you. So the idea that the you tomorrow will feel any different than the you today is just a rationalization and a justification and an excuse to not act. You will not feel like it tomorrow. You will not feel like it today. You will not feel like it the day after, and months from now. No matter how far you are in your journey, there is always going to be a day where you don't feel like it. And despite that, despite not feeling like it, get up and get it done. Understand that every time you give in, every time you don't take action, you are reinforcing the idea that you are not an action taker. You are telling yourself, your subconscious self, the part of you who acts without even you realizing it, that I am not an action taker, that I don't keep my word, that I am untrustworthy, that I'm a liar, that I don't have what it takes, that I am not worthy. And none of that is true. Give yourself the evidence to believe in yourself. Show up for yourself. At the end of the day, no one really gives a fuck. Deep down, the only people who really care about your success is your parents. And that's it. And they don't fully care. They care about the success that they want for you, but not the success you want for yourself. Something I've realized deeply over my latest journey to finally getting the body weight that I want is that the moment that I gave in, the moment that I ate the shitty food, that I acted like them, no one said a word. But when I made them feel bad by simply treating myself with respect, I was met with insults and I was ridiculed by the very same people that said they want the best for me. All this to say, believe in yourself, get it done. It's not that deep. For a better today and a better tomorrow, suffer. Because you'll suffer either way. Choose your pain. Peace. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to bed now. My buddy ended up coming over. We did a leg day in the home gym. And I helped him make some meal prep. I'll do a recap in the morning of today, but there's no point in staying up later than needed to be, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you like and subscribe. Support my channel. Much love. Peace out.